Back again, guys. Back again. Back again. Last toss for this group today. I'm going to do them all together. I was going to do them in smaller groups, but forget it. We're going to do them in one group. Let's see how they do from 55 kilometers. She's 28 degrees. She's hot, hot, hot. Let's start the show in three, two, one, and I'll let these guys out. Hey, guys, we are getting ready. 1 minute till liberation. 1 minute, and then we get to stay on with each other for 55 minutes. See how these birds do today. We're going to do one big group, and then tomorrow we'll start breaking them down. Tomorrow's Wednesday, midweek, and go from there. This will be their third group toss all together, and then we will break them down. So when it's 8:50, let me know, and I will fire up these kids. And we've got Twinkie in there. We're going to see if it's got it or not.
8:50, let her go.
All righty. No circling by the tree. That's good. All righty, guys. They're off into the sun. It's home. Their second toss of the day. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell me which bird's going to be the first to clock today. And if you pick the first bird, you might even be on the wheel of fun. Because I'm having fun. Back to you.
That's right, guys. You just joined us. This is our Group 1 55-kilometer, 34-mile evening group toss. Birds were released at 8:50 Belgium time. If you'd like to follow along on the clocking, you're watching over on YouTube. You can click on the clocking link here on Benzing. You can watch the birds come home. It'll also give you the meters per minute that they're flying, hopefully. Hopefully it works. So the weather right now in Belgium, 29 degrees Celsius, 84 Fahrenheit. Wind is 6 kilometers or 4 miles per hour out of the east, so they got a little bit of shoulder winds. Let's see who's on. We already got guesses. GPCJ is guessing 37 minutes for them to make it home. 37 minutes. 55 kilometers. Jim O'Hare is 41 minutes. I'm just going to call you GP from now on. I hope you don't mind. Says beautiful view. Yeah, we're going to watch Ryan drive home here for a bit. Lucky Lou in the house says good luck, birds. Fly safe. Lou says 300 and he's banking on the 396. Good job, Lou. 396, he says, will be the first one to make it home. Alvin says the 773 will be the first to make it home. If you guys guess it right, that is right. We will get you on the Feathers Elite Wheel of Fun. We'll include you into the Monday night Wheel of Fun. Get your name on the wheel, spin that wheel on Monday night on the Virtual Pigeon Club for your chance to win, of course, some, let's show you, Pigeon Boss merch. Remember, guys, to represent the sport, live the lifestyle, join that Pigeon Boss movement. Of course, our good friend Lucky Lou won himself a t-shirt last night. Got your size, Lou? Put the order into our third party, so you should expect to receive it in about 2 to 3 weeks. Remember, guys, we do not operate, it's a third party that operates it, so yeah. We have no control over when it gets to you. It gets to you when they send it to you. Let's get 3 cameras up. We'll show the road cam and the 2 loft cams here. Back to you, Ryan.
Yeah, we're driving back. She's 28 degrees. Still nice and warm. Hey, I want to let everyone know But I did the third toss for the big group and the Van Laar group, and their third toss, Leah watched it. They were on fire. They were just over 2 minutes. Everyone come. Trapping was a 10. Really, really good. They had their big dinner, and I mean their controlled big dinner. And yeah, it went well. And I loaded up these guys and headed out. So this today will be my fifth training toss. 5 times. Wow. Having fun yet. Vacation. Back to you.
Grandmore says still warm though. Yes, it is a hot one over there. That's for sure. Jim O'Hare says first time driving on the wrong side of the road in the USA. It was fun, not as bad as I thought. And see, it's funny because we say that you guys drive on the wrong side of the road, and you guys say that we drive on the wrong side of the road. Wow, driving in New York City, and it's his first time driving on the wrong side of the road. That must have been entertaining.
Yeah. That's scary, man. I know every time I've been to the UK, first pulling out, that's the you really shit your pants. You got to start thinking. And I found it was real dangerous late, like in the cities, about 2 o'clock in the morning when nobody's on the road. And sometimes you'll pull up something, you go, okay, wait, which way am I going here? You know? But
Right.
you did it in New York, you can do it anywhere.
Well, and I think if you can do it in England, I mean, didn't you drive from like England to Scotland? Or
Yeah, I did England to Scotland and I
yeah,
did Ireland. And the only thing, the scariest thing I've seen, more scary than England and Ireland and like is going to Thailand because that's where they have like seven people on bicycles or seven people on a motorcycle, or it's just so jammed. I would never drive there, but I have done it, and I know exactly what Jimmy's saying.
the roads look pretty clear there now.
Yeah, roads are clearing up now. Always by the airport in Brussels. There's like it's kind of like the Don Valley, Leah. You know how it has that S bend and everything comes in together.
Yeah.
It just backs up. So hopefully on the way back though, it's good. I think it'll be fine.
Joe's in the house says, hi guys, sorry I missed the earlier show. Work was a little nuts today. My guess is 46 minutes, and he's guessing on Van Laar 037 to make it back first. Jim says, it's definitely the rat race in New York. Yes, they like to toot their horns. Yes, yes, they do like to toot their horns in New York. Yes, that's also become a Toronto, Canada thing too. They like to toot the horns there too because nobody has any patience. We have a new watcher. Lee Smith is in the house and says, hi, I am from Scotland and like to watch the videos. Well, Lee Smith, we are happy to have you on. Love our UK friends, our friends from Ireland and Scotland and England. Love, love, love to have you on. If you've just joined us and wondering, what in the heck are you watching? You're watching our Group 1 55 kilometer, 34-mile evening toss. We've just released the birds. Stopwatch you see in the bottom left-hand corner is time on the wing. Ryan is driving back. The lofts are on your right. As we get closer to the time of arrival, we will, of course, enlarge our loft cam so we can watch them arrive. If you'd like to follow along on the clocking on Benzing, you can click on the link right here on YouTube. If you're watching over on Facebook, come on over to YouTube and click on the link, and you can watch the birds come home. If you'd like to guess your time, how long it's going to take them from 55 kilometers, you're welcome to do so. Jim said, I flew into Brussels yesterday. I could have had a loft visit. You absolutely could have. Ryan is not far from Brussels at all. How far are you from the airport? 40 minutes? 20 minutes?
Yep. Yeah, between 30 and 40 minutes. I could have picked you right up. We could have had some good beers, some good food. I wouldn't have even shown you any pigeons. Nope. We just would have done something besides pigeons. But what did you think of the Brussels airport? Small. Here we go. I'm driving on the road looking through the cameras. It's like it's a video game.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Uh,
Thomas Smith says, "What temperature is it there now? It's mid 20s now in northwest England. Last I checked on the temperature there, it is 29 degrees Celsius, 84 Fahrenheit. And guys, winds are 6 kilometers or 4 miles per hour out of the east, so the birds are going to be experiencing some shoulder winds along the course as they make their way home. For these guys, Ryan, it is their second or third toss today.
it's their second toss to do the Red Bridge in 30 minutes. So I'm going to say today is going to take these guys, I'm going to say 49 minutes. I just want to see them all do it again together here. And then we're going to build up the training for this coming Sunday. I might do tomorrow a Key Grant on their own because there's no midweek race just to get them stretched out. I might go to 55. If I do a Key Grant, it'll be only one. I'm not sure yet. We're going to wait and see how they look tonight, see how they're coming. Again, it will be hot tomorrow, so it's going to be hot all week. The heat doesn't matter. We just going to play it by ear. Back to you.
Brian Bolton over on Facebook asked, Ryan, is it a little late for training?
Well, my question is, and this is, and perfect time of training is 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. That is perfect time. Well, on my work schedule, I can't do that. And this is what I want you to think. My work schedule does not allow me to do that. My work schedule now allows me to do it. The birds are going to work on my schedule, right? If I'm only home middays, then they work on middays. If they can work in the evening, they work in the evening. It all depends on the on the schedule. And I don't, I don't know. uh, People have made this thing that pigeons have to go out first thing in the morning, or pigeons have to be this or that. Guys, everyone's on a different schedule. What do you do? The pigeons adapt to the schedule. I think if you fly in the evening, you fly in the evening late. Late. This isn't late. It gets dark here at 10:30. They're at 55 kilometers. We can let them out at 9:30 and they have enough time. As long as you continue to work them in the evening, they get used to the light. There's no problems. Back to you, Leah.
Jim says the airport is massive. Had to get on the shuttle to get to the other side of the airport for the plane back home. Good times.
Yeah, the shuttle. You gotta love. I love this airport shuttle. It's a big loss. Kerfluckery. That's another ism. Kerfluckery. You, you ever notice you're down to an hour to catch your like in between flights, and you're waiting for a shuttle? You don't know where you're going. It's great. I love it. I did the Houston one. I was in Houston. I was on a train for half an hour. But hey, that's part of traveling. You go to Amsterdam. That's one hell of an airport, or Paris. Oh boy. Anyways, back to you, Leah.
GP says, Ryan, what has been the biggest difference from flying in Belgium? Where do we begin?
Biggest. Okay, so yeah, where do we begin? Shit. See, I told you, Leah. It was a good thing we started this while we were driving because this is a 55-minute answer. Okay, first of all, in the area, there's half a million pigeons. And everybody has the birds out. So from start to finish, the birds right away mix with birds before they can barely fly. That's one thing. The next thing is training. When you train your birds, like right now, it's maybe the coolest part of the day at 26. Guys will have their birds out, but the country's so small and there's still so many pigeon men. Your birds can mingle at any time. In Canada, you can train your birds and they never get in with anybody. Getting in with people is a good thing. And then when you get to the races, oh boy, you can have them as trained as you want, singles, doubles, groups of threes. You can sing soft kitty to them. You cannot emulate 30,000 pigeons. You just can't do it. So you got to learn through that. Uh, the whole thing is learning. And again, I still say some of the best pigeons come from Belgium. This is why they have so many different hurdles. And these guys don't even really notice it anymore. Back to you.
Yep, it is. Yeah, totally different from where we come from. As I keep saying, we're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. It is completely different, and the competition is fierce. Of course, there are way many more flyers. Of course, it's probably some of the stiffest competition in the world. I mean, I don't know. You've not been to China. I imagine China is pretty intense as well, but it's quite intense.
Yeah,
Jimmo, go ahead.
and the one other thing was you forget that you're playing against small lofts, guys that are not afraid to have six breeding couples and have eight or 10 widowhood cocks and have a 25 bird young bird team and they have key breeders. That's another thing. You don't see that in a lot of places. You see guys with 50, 60, 80 pairs of breeders, but not key pairs. Back to you.
Jim says, "Does Brian Bolton still race in Belgium?" That was the
I'm
gentleman that
not,
asked about the. Isn't it a little late to train?
I don't
Brian,
know.
if you haven't disconnected and you're still watching this, uh, do you still race in Belgium? Let us know in the comments. Thomas Smith says 1 hour after earlier toss, take a bit of a toll, I think, being tossed twice a day. I would have reversed the distance today. So Thomas would have done the 55 earlier and
Mhm.
the, what was the other one we did? 20, 25
Later.
before, later. No, yeah, later.
Mhm.
Exactly. Reversey.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have the time, and you know what? Either way, they're still going to climb the hill. They're still going to do it. They still have to do it. And again, I look at it: 27 kilometers, 30-minute flight. They came in, they had a drink, they've rehydrated, they've recharged. Now they're going to go at it. Cool. I can't say it's cooler, but they got to go to work. I mean,
Matt,
tomorrow, if we go to Key Brand, they got 100 kilometers, one shot to do. There you go.
there you go. Matthew Mason says, is that Stefan Lambrecht's old loft? Yes, it is. Good eyes. Here is Brian. He's still watching. He says, no, my last time was last year, now back in the UK. So Brian is a UK flyer that has also raced in Belgium, and it would be great to find out his thoughts. How did he find racing in Belgium different than the UK? Because we are originally from Canada, and we are flying now in Belgium. I'd like to know, pick his brain and see what he found different. Did he find it a big difference? Let me know in the comments.
I think it's going to be closer than the UK because there's more pigeon men. It's bigger numbers. I think I think better pigeon men in the UK than definitely in Canada, 100%. And it depends on where he lived. You know,
Oh yeah,
everything depends on what part you live in, right? Like this area here in Burlar, there's just lots of pigeon guys, and it's great. Everything that I've said, I don't say it as it's a negative. I don't say it's I'm angry about it. It's neat that Marcel doesn't think about it, but I notice it. I'm sure in 4 or 5 years you go, oh yeah, you don't think about it no more because you get into the program, right? So definitely
maybe
fun though.
maybe we should bring Marcel to Canada and let him try a season here. Could you imagine what his thoughts would be? Oh, I could only imagine. Matthew says
Yeah,
top pigeon
yeah.
man Brian. I'm just talking here. Top pigeon man Brian Bolton, top drawer. We got a fan here. Matthew is Brian Bolton's fan. Nice to see them both on. Oh, let's see. Matthew says Brian has competed at all levels and, in my opinion, is a magician. Ooh. Thomas Smith says Brian Bolton raced well in Belgium. Not sure, but I think he might still be. No, he has just told us that he has gone back home to the UK. If Brian is still on, curious as to what area in Belgium he flew in. Jim says Brian's results were top class in Belgium. Thought he had moved, as hadn't seen results lately. I believe he's back in the UK. Brian, back.
Was Brian Bolton? I'm just thinking. The name I've seen it. Also does photography. I'm thinking. I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think. Photographer. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, yeah, that'd be actually that would be a fun interview, Leah. That would be a good one. You get a
Yeah,
hold of Brian.
you guys can chat about your experiences racing in Belgium. Although we've kind of just begun our journey, and I'm not sure how long Brian raced in Belgium for, but definitely interested to know. Here's my good friend David Tracy in the house. Says hello, my racing pigeon family. Love, love, love to see you on, David. Here is Brian back on and says I have raced in the UK, Netherlands, and Belgium. Belgium is by far the best and hardest to win, but I was lucky to win 2 nationals. Well, 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 Mr. Brian Bolton, that deserves a big old round of applause for you. That is incredible because we do know how difficult it is to race and compete in Belgium. That is what we are learning very quickly. And the fact that he won 2 nationals is absolutely fantastic. Ryan, back to you.
Yeah, you know what, Leah? I normally don't throw these out like that, but I'm just thinking, maybe Brian should be entered onto the Wheel of Fun. I'm just throwing that out. Leah, I'm throwing it out. I don't know if Brian can handle the Wheel of Fun, winning 2 nationals, but I think he's earned his spot.
I think so too. I think Brian Bolton definitely deserves his spot on the Feathers Elite Wheel of Fun. We're going to spin that wheel on Monday night. You get your name on the wheel, not your wheel on the name, Leah. Get your name on the wheel. We're going to spin it for some Pigeon Boss merch. You win a T-shirt, maybe you win a hoodie, maybe you're going to win a coffee mug. We don't know, but yes, definitely well deserved. Nice to see you on watching us. Excellent. Matthew says, is a household name in the UK. Legendary Bolton and Williamson. Top Van Loons in the day. Ooh, we love our Van Loons. Thomas Smith said Brian used to race the Van Loons in England and was outstanding with them. Fantastic. James Dutton over on YouTube says, do you think racing in Burlar is similar to Spring Hill, Florida? I have been to both and met the great Tony Malucci in Spring Hill, and I am a good friend of the Lambert family. Keep up the great work, both of you. Ryan, how would you relate Spring Hill compared to Burlar, Belgium?
You're not gonna rate. You're not gonna. You're. I've got a lot of good American flyers that move there. Remember though, a lot of them they go there and they retire. They still play good pigeons. It's the Cuban flyers there that I think are more deadly. They work the birds very hard. It's a very tailwind course. It's not going to be the same. Uh, I think a good flyer in Spring Hill will come to Burlar and probably be a very good flyer. But I don't think you can judge Champions League. I just don't think you can do it. You know, I would love to see Marcel play sprint races in Spring Hill. That would be fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I think there's just something different.
Would you say in comparison though, like how many more
Okay,
flyers or like what's the do you know what I
they're going to
mean?
be flying 2 to 3,000 birds in a race, all coming to the Burlar area, pretty much all in one little area. Uh, when you're in Kivran, it's completely different. Now, can the pigeon men be a little different? Maybe a little more harder? Would Marcel have a little different problems with that? Okay, maybe. But pigeons for pigeons, uh, Marcel's going to have naturally way better pigeons, way better pigeons. The pigeons, I mean, Okay, you take a look at our training. Couldn't those birds couldn't handle it on what happened? That's not knocking the birds. That's evolution, right? Evolution, evolution. And Marcel's birds have done it 5 times. Take a look how good they were right on. Now, are ours going to get better? Yes. But these guys have naturally super good pigeons. Marcel's not a big trainer. The pigeons are judged on top performances. You know, it's more pigeon than man.
Well, I think just because he's curated, right, a family that
Yes.
the bloodlines of his family, they just do it. I mean, I don't know how to explain it either. He's not a big trainer at all. He thinks what we're doing is completely nutso.
Right. And meanwhile, he has tried a few of the little things, and we joke about it. And I mean, he's saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're going to train now. You're crazy." Well, I don't have the family of birds that you do. I have to come out here and do something. I have to do what I think to do. But I'll tell you, you give me a guy's birds like his, think they become deadly when you add more work or sometimes a different pigeon man on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Again,
do.
think about it. He's only taking his pigeons to Noyon, right?
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
he could be he could be a national superstar, but he don't take him no further. Same thing with Dan Rago. He scratched my head. I scratched my head. He's only doing short middle distance. He's flown one national, and what was he? Second, third, fourth, and fifth, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just different.
James Dutton says, yes, Yanil Garcia is a phenomenal flyer. Thank you for your feedback. Also, in Spring Hill, oh, Ryan, what is the name? We did an auction for him a few years back. Oh, and
Oh yeah,
from Spring
Gallo.
Gallo, Gallo, and Ryan, you knew Tony Malucci, right?
Yeah, yeah, Gallo. Yeah, I met Tony Malucci a few times. Very nice guy. And in Spring Hill, it's those Cuban flyers. They love it when the old Americans go to retire there because they do a lot of damage. They work the birds hard. They go 100 miles a day in a car, no problem. I know.
We actually have a loft tour.
But
We have from Spring Hill, we have a loft tour from Gallo Loft, and we have a loft tour from, oh boy, what's the other gentleman you went to visit? I can't remember. He had
Dumont,
the, who is it?
Andy Dumont.
Andy Dumont. That's right. He had the heating mats. Remember in the on the floor of his loft, that they use for
Yeah,
pigs or whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. So
yeah.
guys, if you're
The cow
interested,
mats.
yeah, the cow mats. After this broadcast, you want to head on over to our YouTube channel and type in the search bar. We have loft tours on both lofts from Spring Hill, Florida. Matthew asks, is Marcel a small team fancier, and how many does he send to compete?
Uh, he has 6 breeding couples. He flies about 12 little hood cocks, and he flies total in young birds about 25. And he's real consistent, real good. His pigeon base all from Stefan Lambrechts and Sorel Lambrechts and Robin van Leuven. That's the base. That's 99% of the the birds. And when you see his pigeons, feel his pigeons, you get some real nice pigeons. You can see he's a good pigeon man, good nominator. He's picking pigeons. He knows what he's doing. And again, I have to say something. He built his house and the apartment house beside him off of winning pigeon races, having no more than 8 pairs or 6 pairs of pigeons. What did he say? He had 2 pair of breeders at one point and 8 widowhood cocks. And like if you listen to his interview, that's an old school guy playing today and still doing it. I think those birds are, in my opinion, they're priceless pigeons.
And he has been flying out of that same loft in the same area for literally longer than Ryan and I have been alive. So he never converted to a professional, I guess, quote unquote. He didn't market himself. He's just there to fly. He's not a professional flyer. He's a diamond in the rough. We are so happy that we were able to find him. Actually, we found his birds. Loft manager Richard, I believe when he was there last year, you saw his birds flying, and out of all the birds that fly in Burlar, those are the ones that stood out to you. And you guys wondered whose are those birds? Whose birds do belong to, who's the owner? And that's how they met, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 100%. I watched them. I watched them fly, and they just tore the sky up. They in my opinion, they were out flying Sorel Lambrick's birds at the time. I just watched them every day, and I had some birds there that we were messing around with, and they would hook up, and then when Ricky came back, he ended up meeting Marcel, and then we just went on from there. And it's funny, there was a one loft race in Belgium called the Belgian Masters, and I don't know if it was the first year or the second year. A German gentleman won the race with a Belgian pigeon, and it was pigeons. The guy came over and bought birds from Marcel and put them in the race, and it won.
Oh,
Can you
awesome.
imagine that, Leah?
Yeah, incredible.
Uh,
We're now coming up 30 minutes on the wing for this group. 55 kilometer again, evening toss. Right now, they're flying a speed of 1,550 meters per minute. Ryan, you got a guess on how long it's going to take them today?
I don't know, like maybe 49.
49 minutes. I can't even remember the last time how long it took them, so I don't even know. 49 minutes? I'll say
Well,
52.
okay, we had them do it 39 minutes. We've had them do 46 minutes. Uh, we had them do 68 minutes. I mean, there's not much wind. They could be they could be around the 40-minute mark, but I don't know. Still warm. Second toss of the day. Remember last week, 68 minutes when we played against Lars? I got to see if Lars wants to do a Thursday Showcase Showdown rematch.
Oh, redo.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah. You think the audience would like that?
I don't know. Ask him. You guys want to see another showcase
Yeah.
showdown against Lars on Thursday? Where are we going? The same here? 55? Is that where we went? We
Yeah.
went,
Yeah.
oh yeah, so,
55.
so one of them hit the tree.
Yeah, but Lars got all his home. Lars thinks it was just a wild pigeon coming over, like mixed in.
Oh, could be.
That was last week.
Hopefully
Like,
the weather. I was looking at the weather for Sunday, and it looks like it's going to go down to a cool 30. It's only going to be 30 as opposed to 37 there on Sunday. So hopefully they do race. Thomas Smith says yes, he wants a showcase showdown. Okay. Matthew says, do you have problems with the Green Falcons in Belgium? We are getting overrun with them here in the UK.
no, we haven't had, I don't even notice them. I noticed them last year a little bit at the beginning, but nothing really. No, nothing. Shit, I don't even think about it. So,
I'm sure Ryan's just going through a rough area there with the signal. Can you
yeah,
hear? You can
not the
hear us, right?
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you want me to disconnect and reconnect?
No, it's fine now. And just you just hit a little spot.
Glitch.
Lucky Lou says, I would like to see a showcase showdown against Marcel. Ooh, they want to see another one against Marcel. And Lee Smith says, yes, okay. So either Marcel
Oh,
or Lars. Who's going to be up for the
well, if
challenge this week?
it's Marcel, it's gonna have to be in the morning. if it's Marcel, it's gonna have to be in the morning because Marcel will not bring the kids out in the evening. Maybe, hey, maybe I can ask him on Thursday. Thursday, Marcel in the morning and Lars in the evening.
Oh, double header, showcase showdown. David Tracy
uh,
asks, Ryan, does Belgium usually have this hot of weather this time of year?
I guess so. Yeah, I
We
guess they
don't,
would. I mean, I'm sure they get heat waves just like everybody's get heat waves. So we get it in Canada. I'm sure they've had it here. I mean, this isn't the first time. Marcel's told me they've had some really killer summers, and this was killing. So yeah,
but remember, guys, was it not last week you were running around with your toque on?
yeah, yeah. Last week was cool. Last week I had like 16, 17, and then all of a sudden, whoop, she come right back. Oh, look, Leah. This is Belgium right here to your left, guys. Look, tractors and bales. Look,
Oh,
never
yeah.
stops.
Going into farm
Uh,
country. And an FYI for y'all who do not know what a toque is, it is just a knit cap, a beanie, maybe you want to call it.
yeah.
Us Canadians, for some reason, call it a toque. Jim says, we have had problems with the greens the last 20 years in Scotland. Even just law flying, they're getting hit.
Okay.
GP says, what other mix are you using, Ryan, alongside the Sport Ultra Pro Revolution 53?
I'm using the Benergy mix. I'm using the Sneaky mix. I do have some barley. I haven't really used it. I just backed them off the other way. But yeah, that's what I've got right now. Oh, and corn. I like corn. Big fan of corn. So always give them some corn as I always call it as a treat. It's only corn, but
Guys, I'm just gonna
it's the good stuff.
switch the cameras up here as we hit 35 minutes on the wing, just in case we get some early birds. So there we go. We still have Ryan, of course, in the background. Sorry, we've cut off his driving, but we're gonna take a look at the loft here. Of course, we've got the full loft cam on your left. We've got the landing board cam on your right. For your viewing pleasure, if you've just joined us, we are doing an evening toss, 55 kilometers or 34 miles in a group. Thomas Smith says not enough high buildings in Belgium for greens to slaughter the pigeons. In England, they have boomed and the birds are getting battered. Oh boy, that doesn't sound good at all. Jeff Henderson is in the house this morning from down under. We love our pigeon boss kangaroos in Australia. Nice to see you on, friend. Nice to see you on. Happy Wednesday to you. As we wait here, as we wait. What are we at here
Yeah,
on the wing? We are 1,305 meters per minute as per Benzing. That's what Benzing says right now. 36 minutes on the wing. The sky starts to fall.
yeah. Well, they all make it together. I was debating to group them up, but Lee had already did the writing, so I said, "Okay, you picked it."
I'm going to be honest. Unless we're going from the gas station, the 6 kilometer, I'm really not a fan of breaking them up. I like a good old group toss. I don't know, but you guys, I know splitting them in groups is better for them. I know, yada, 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 but I just like it when they come in a group. Just makes me feel a little more warm and fuzzy inside.
So I,
Here's my good friend
we
Finley.
got to get
Finley,
back to the groups again, and we will.
we will. Ryan loves it. I don't like it so much. Finley is in the house. Says, hey everyone, hope you all had a great day. We get one life, enjoy it to the max, and tell people you love the most as much as you can. That's my inspiration for the day, folks. Finley, you're good. You're a good dude. You're always very positive, and we're glad you're now part of the Feathers Elite family, bringing the positivity. Nice to see you on. Finley says that Belgium sky looks stunning tonight. It sure does. Not very windy, that's for sure. What is the wind again, Leah? Well, I'm glad you asked. Where is it here? Wind is 6 kilometers an hour or 4 miles per hour out of the east. A little bit of shoulder winds, but not a lot at all. As we wait here, guys, as we wait. Ryan's phone has just disconnected, but that's okay because we're together, chatting, waiting. Put your guesses in the comments. How long is it going to take them on this second toss for them of the day? Ryan is back. Back to you.
Yeah, I reconnected just to catch up to speed because I think, oh, there they are. Oh, are those the misfits? Those are the misfits. Oh, those are the Rickeyettes. I got them out. They're getting ready.
Oh,
They're warming up, Leah.
those are the Rickeyettes, our droppers, out and about, having a good old time. Yeah, that was a
I
sight. I
think
was like, oh my God, that's pretty good.
that was Pierre. See, he was Stevie playing. Uh,
He was Cebu playing.
oh boy! At the end of the year, don't worry, guys. I am going to sell Pierre. Somebody can buy him. He can be a dropper for you at your loft. I might. You know what? I might Christmas gift him to Lars.
I think Lars would really like that Christmas gift. Put him
Yeah.
in a box with a red bow and say, here you go. Here's Pierre, our number one dropper. David Tracy agrees with me. 52 minutes. That's what I said as well. 52 minutes. We shall see. Coming up now on 40 minutes on the wing. Flying a speed of 1,208 meters per minute. As we wait, guys, as we wait. This will be, of course, the final toss of the day today. Tomorrow we will have some more training toss fun for you guys to enjoy. As we get our second group up on the road, we think we're going to graduate them to the gas station tomorrow, right, Ryan?
Yeah, they did their other spot really good today. I mean, as good as you can do. They got the gist of it. We'll get them a little further. Now, the gas station should take them a bit longer, but learning. I think the best toss of the day was that second toss for those Van Lars. It took 20 minutes. They brought some strays back. But training is good when they get screwed up. Training when they come straight home, you feel good, but they don't learn as much. You need the screw ups. That's why it's called training. That's why we're training now. Let's see how they act tonight. Let's see the speed. Let's see if they mix up. Let's see if they break up. All learning. You.
Lou asks, Ryan, what do you think if you buy young birds for the pedigree to raise babies and race the babies? Just for the reason I don't want to lose birds when you spend good money for the pedigree. What do you think if you buy
Well,
young
you're,
birds for pedigree to raise babies and race the babies?
well, that's what you're going to do. You're not going to go buy a. You're not going to go buy a 3,000 euro pigeon and put it on your race team. No, no, no. You're gonna go buy it, and you're gonna breed youngsters out of it and see how it goes. And sometimes the youngsters don't do it, but the grandchildren do it. I think that's what you're. My apologies for yawning, but I think that's what you're getting at. Yeah, I mean, hey, the guy I asked for that bird, he wanted 3,000. I was willing to pay five, 3, 4, 500. I would have played it because it was already on the team and playing. But I mean, that bird should have been. If you buy it at an auction, you're gonna, or from a guy as a young bird, you're gonna probably stock it.
And then race the babies, race the youngsters, because you're going to want to see what you're
Yeah,
getting.
yeah. You don't want to lose your. You don't want to have a bad. You can have a bad day. Real simple. Hawk, wire. Who knows?
Matthew says the pedigree is the basket. With our team here,
Yes.
all our team here with the Van Lars, as well as all the Group 2, the birds that were donated from our Feathers Elite breeders, you will see when you go to select your teams, they will not come with you're not going to see the pedigree of the birds. We're not picking on pedigree. We're going to be picking on performance, okay? And at the end of the season, whoever we have left at the end of the season, then you will see the pedigree. You will not be selecting on pedigree when you pick them to be part of your team. You're going to be selecting based off of performance. You won't know the pedigree, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm. Yeah, people forget that, eh? People forget that the basket never lies. The basket's always going to tell you. And a lot of people forget the basket and they come up with these their own cockamamie ideas, but the basket has to do it. I mean, same with Twinkle Toes. Everything's going good. All of a sudden, she's backing off. This is the basket saying she's either going to do it or she's not. And put her in here today. Let's see how she does. If she's off again, it's done. She's going to be a, I call it a greeter, a loft greeter. She's going to be greeting the birds when they come home.
Let's hope my friend Twinkle Toes makes it back on this one. She's been having a rough go the last few days, and I'm a little bit worried about her. I think she'll pull through. Lou says, yes, that's what I'm getting at. Looking at 3 different pedigrees that I think will work for me. All right, Lou. Matthew says, too many paper pigeons nowadays. The basket determines good pigeons. Then you can breed from proven pigeons. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And so many people just buy paper, not pigeons, not 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 top, pigeons that go out and do the work. Those are the ones you want to breed from.
Like Ryan and I always say when we are looking at pedigrees of pigeons that we are going to auction off in our auction season, we want to see the pedigree lit right up all the way across. We want to see winners on that pedigree, and we want to see proven breeders that are breeding results. If the pedigree is not completely lit up from top to bottom, we're not interested. That's just the way it is. We've learned to be very, I guess, strict with that, so to say, Ryan, and even trying to push that envelope even further. That we want to see the results on the pedigree all the way through, or as far through as we can. The more wins, the more proven, the better. We don't want to sell great
Yeah.
grandchildren out of a, whatever. We're not into that.
Well, there's enough of those sites out there, and guys, you don't buy those birds on an auction site. You want to be able to buy a direct child. It's like you take a look this weekend. Enemy Van He was second in Tool, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like to get the same way bred or something from that bird. Stuff like that. Not willy nilly pigeons. Great grandchildren of what? There's enough of those. You just yeah, those are what you fly.
No, exactly. Peter Ramana asked, at the end of this season, will the remaining birds be auctioned off? That, well, I mean, I guess we
Yeah.
kind of have to wait and see, but I believe, at least our Feathers Elite breeder birds, that is the plan. As far as the Van Lars, not sure. We're going to, I think, maybe hold some back for our yearling team next year and perhaps auction some off. We got to make sure we have birds at the end of this, okay? We don't like to count our pigeons before we have them home. So we're going to see at the end of the season what we have left. And I believe, yes, the goal is to auction off at the end who is left.
That is correct. Auction off the breeders' birds 100%. We will have a small Van Laar auction. I don't know if we're going to auction off Van Laars that have raced, just because if we want to play in the old birds next year, that would be birds we would use. So we have to just wait and see for that. And again, let's get to that point. But good thinking.
We will see. 47 minutes now on the wing for this group. The clock tells me they're now flying 1,035 meters per minute. Hopefully that's right. Who knows? Sounds about right to me. I haven't done the math. As we wait here, guys, as we wait, coming up to my time in about 4 minutes. Let's hope they all come as a group.
Yeah, will I beat them? Jeez, this is going to be interesting. Well, I beat them 2 times in a row from 55.
How far are you from the loft?
Oh, I'm about 9 minutes, maybe a little less, maybe 8 minutes.
Lou says, I
It
can't
will
breed
be
from
in.
proven breeders if I'm starting with no birds. I just have to do my research and try with paper first. Well, he's starting his loft from scratch, right?
Oh yeah, you got to really watch though where and who you're buying birds from. You got to watch and not real. I don't know. You got to really watch because it's very easy to get. What do they say? Dragged down the road. And again, I really watch with the old families of pigeons. Oh, the Husky and Van Reels were so great. Okay, or the Stickabouts or the Jansons. Okay, yeah, watch. Just watch because you'll go down. You're going to go down a road from 60 years ago, and you know, I don't know. I think watch what you do. And watch how deep you read into pedigrees because remember, pedigrees are only two as good as the guys writing them. If you're getting from guys, you want guys that are winning with the birds you're getting from, not some guy who doesn't race and has a whole. He's a pigeon merchant or a pigeon collector.
Birds?
There they are. Come on, 48 9 minutes. Shit, I was a minute off.
What did you say? You said
48.
you said 48.
Mhm.
49 minutes. 49 minutes. Everybody in? Let's check the clock, Leah. 13 in the clock right now. 13 in the clock. First bird to clock was the Lear 778. Lear 778. Did anybody call it? Did anybody call Lear 778? I'll have to go through the comments and check. Lear 778. Well, I don't know. When he clocked now, it says he was flying a speed of 1,101 meters per minute. But meanwhile, the thing told me it was like 1,050. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get to the comments. We're still waiting on 3. That's why I still got the timer up. Waiting on 3. Finley says, look at what the people in your club are using that are doing well first. Not all pigeons
Yeah.
do all terrain and all jobs. Lou says, I win. I said 49. Yeah, but you didn't guess. You had to guess the first one to clock. And I don't believe you said 778, Lucky Lou. Lucky Lou's just dying to get on that wheel again. He's going to get the whole collection of Pigeon Boss merch. Finley says, Pedigree, good to start a family from, but not if it's not a proven breeder in your area. Buy from a club member and add to the FSMIL. I think he's saying family. Family. Yes,
Yeah.
family. There we go. Family. Family. Finley says, sorry for the mistype. I'm waiting for England to play on the beer with the family. LOL. Well, have a beer for us, Finley. Have one for us. We got one little ding dong there sitting on the roof. I believe it's probably Twinkle Toes. We will find out soon enough. I think it's Twinkle. Oh, it could be one of the Rickiettes.
Well, I wonder if the Ricky Yats followed the other birds in, but they trapped good. I mean, I think they mostly hit the board, so that was good. Uh,
Good trapping. I'm going to say good
yeah.
trapping for sure. Jim says the 41 was third. That's the bird of the season. Glad to see you're following along on the clocking. Love that you guys are doing that. Yeah, Lou picked the 396. Where was the 396? Eighth, Lou. Eighth. Noel Raymond is in the house and said, only one friend in this sport. Let it be the basket. I believe Ryan would agree on that one. As we wait for Ryan to make it back to the loft, let's just pull up. I'm taking the timer down because I'm sure they're around there somewhere. Let's pull up our benzing clocking for y'all to see. If you can see it, here we go. Here we go. Here's our first, second, third, fourth, fifth. We got a 13 in the clock. Let's see. First was Lear, 778. Let's pull them up here, guys. If it'll work. There we go. Again, guys, if you do click on the bird's name in the listing, you'll be able to see the photo of the pigeon. Here he is, 778, first o'clock. Let's blow him up, Leah. This thing will cooperate. There we go. 778. First o'clock in the loft. Fantastic. Who was second? So Ryan makes his way back. Oh, my internet is slow here. We've got some storms in my neck of the woods. I mean, I'd say this is one thing I do like about this program is you can load the bird photos and you can see them. Second was the Van Laar 134, flying a speed of 1,101 meters per minute. There he is. Very nice.
Mhm.
Guys, just so you know, our Picket to Win It for this Sunday's race to Quiberon is open over on our website, featherselitepigeonauctions.com. Picket to Win It. Let's see our third. Who's the third? Lear, 41. Of course, the 41 and 42 are our nestmates. There's our third bird to clock today. Lear, 481. So we have 2 Lears and a Van Laar. 1, 2, 3. There we go, guys. Let's take it back to the loft. So Ryan makes his way back.
I'm just coming to the train tracks.
Stephen O'Brien says, very good. Nice to see you on, friend. I feel like Twinkle Toes is sitting on the roof. It looks like a grizzle to me. Oh, we got some going over. Oh, we got a grizzle there too. Hold please. Let's put both of them up. There we go. Can't tell if those are Rickiettes or do we have a grizzle dropper? No, 14 now.
Uh,
Yeah, there was Twinkle Toes. 14. Guys, just for fun, let's just give my little Twinkle Toes here. Let's show her photo. Isn't she a beauty? There she is. 14th o'clock in the loft. She is the one that smashed her foot there early in training. She has a bit of a hobble. That's why we call her Twinkle Toes. She's my favorite. She's my girl. 14th. Well done, Twinkie. Well done.
yeah, he's made it.
No, I think she did it again. I think she crossed the pad and then decided she's going to come back out. Well, we'll know. We'll see on the landing board if she has a bit of a hobble running across the board. That's Twinkie.
And she's doing the Terry.
Oh God, it's a new little trick that she's learned.
I love it. Yeah. I said to Marcel, I said, had I sent her on the weekend, it would have been terrible.
Yeah, Leah would have had a mental breakdown. Brian Bolton says, well done with the training. Time for football now. Thank you very much, Brian, for joining us for this little training session. We'll be back at it tomorrow. If you'd like to join us as well tomorrow, we would appreciate it. Love to have you on. Enjoy your football.
Oh,
Oh, well, this ding dong just landed on the camera.
for Christ's sakes.
Good times. Look at this guy.
Rickettes, they're going to be fired. We're going to fire them. Let's back her into the old driveway.
Guys, once Ryan gets back to the loft, we're going to take a look inside the loft, maybe do a little feeding before we wrap this up, if you guys would like. If you're wondering what's happening there, that is Twinkie. She's a little camera whore and wants to get up close and personal on the camera for you guys. 'Cause that's how she rolls. She doesn't let the little hobble stop her.
Oh, she's a good girl.
She is. Jim says the big game is tomorrow night. Who's playing tomorrow night? I haven't watched 1 second of it, so I would not know.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're doing some games in Toronto as well, Ryan.
Oh
That's what
yeah, 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 yeah.
that's what I
Three
heard.
countries are hosting.
Oh, three countries.
Oh,
So what is it?
Mexico.
Canada,
Um,
USA, and Mexico.
yeah.
Well, Mexico, that would be quite the place to go and watch.
Oh, the grizzle you see up on the top roof, sitting at the top. That's a stray. It's been here all
Oh,
day.
oh, all right. Maybe it wants to go
Yeah.
for tryouts to be another dropper. Maybe it heard we've got auditions open.
Oh,
Finley says, "Hope you get a win, mate." Lee Smith says, "I'm thinking of taking it up when we move home. Guys just love watching these videos." Well, great. We caught a fish, Ryan. We caught a fish. Lee wants to take it up when he moves home. Well,
good you?
join us here all summer long and you will see if you like it. We'll be doing this all summer. Eddie says, "Do you have combine results?" We have club result from Sunday. We were 20th in the club and 7th loft to clock in the club out of 17 lofts. So not bad for our first time out. I think they're talking about soccer. Okay, guys, talk amongst yourselves. Oh, tomorrow is Scotland versus Brazil. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Let's get these droppers out. All right, we're gonna have some dinner. You guys hungry or what? Easy. Jesus. Jesus. The Ricky Etzley, they're getting
Getting
angry
angry.
now. I ever see Ricky Etz live? Yeah, the Ricky Etz. Oh, there we go.
We'll have
Try to
time
get the
show
old
with
gimbal working.
with the Rickeyettes as we get ready for a bit of a feeding. Oh, what do we got?
We are feeding the Van Roby's, what's it called? The number 58 or 50, is it 58 or 53 Sport Ultra?
53.
And 53, and I put some yellow drops on it as well. And I added just a little bit of corn in it just because I wanted to. Let's see how these guys like it. Yeah.
James Naylor in the house says, "Hi Ryan, are your young birds still on the dark?"
Yeah. I think I don't know. Yeah, they're on it. I don't really like how they are on it for the feather. I mean, they're okay, but because they came from all different people and different ages, uh, it's a little different. They're not perfect. They're not like this group, the other group. Hey
All
kids,
right, there he's going in the loft.
come on, kid. Let's have some dinner, shall we? Well, come on.
Jim O'Hare asks, "Where do you get the big bottle of yellow drops?" I will show it. If I have it still here, I do. I do. Jim, give me a second. I'll show the photo of it. Hold please. Let's do this and this, and here we go. Where is it? There we go. That is, you want to take a screenshot of that? You can. That is the big bottle that we are using. And you have to make sure it has the 5% of the, I have a real hard time saying this word, but acrylivine. Acrylivine, I believe that's how you say it. You got to make sure it has 5% of it. If you want to take a screenshot, I'll just do a quick here solo for you. Acrylivine. There we go. That is what we were using, and that is the bottle. You Google it, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Online, of course, depends on where in the world you are watching from. Sebastian over on YouTube says, so did I understand correctly, Ryan, that for short distances of under 200 kilometers, you do not feed on the day of basketing?
I normally don't like to because you got to keep them sharp. Oh, someone just come late.
Lou says, your dropper birds look really nice. Yeah, they do. So I was thinking the exact same thing, Lou. I was like, wow, they look pretty good for droppers. Let's see who it is here that clocked. That was Van Laar 045, 15th to clock in the loft. I believe that means we're down one. Are we? Yeah. My math is mathing. Yeah, we have 16. Finley
And both
says,
grizzles are here.
pardon?
I said both grizzles are here.
Smash and Twinkle Toes. Good job. Finley says that he doesn't feed them on the day of basketing, Sebastian, because they get fed in transit. Do they get fed on a short race? They feed them. Do they feed
Don't know.
them?
No,
God,
not
I don't
not in
know.
Belgium. Here, I'm working. Look at Pierre. Pierre's doing his thing. Can you see me here, Leah?
Yeah, I can see you.
Here we go. Boom.
Oh,
Working on Pierre. Working.
practicing with Pierre. Practicing with Pierre because was Pierre the one the lead balloon there on Sunday?
No, lead balloons. Lead balloon's a different one. Sorry about the lights are gonna go off here. Hold on a second. They're on a timer. I don't know how Stefan did this, but he's got it on. Oh, I gotta fix it. Hold on one second.
Jim O'Hare says for koi fish. Yes, for koi fish. So it is a dupe, right, for the yellow drops, but it's the same thing, and it's got a higher percentage of the aquavavline, however you say it. It's got the 5% in it.
Right, let's put this on.
Finley says, I want them lean and driven by appetite.
That's right. And remember, you can feed them the day before basketing and still have too much in them. Trust me, I know.
What do they say, guys? The master of the feed is the master of the race. Everything works together. Jim says, I got the same, but different BTL. Think it's less percentage as well. All right, you're looking for the 5%. You know, Ryan, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
We were talking last night about feeding and about watching the birds and seeing when they start to go to the drinker. So we're going to watch these little guys here because, as Ryan said, once they start to go to the drinker, they're done. I don't think they're done now because we kind of just started feeding them, but let's watch. Let's watch for it. Where's the little milk crate? Finley says, absolutely, Ryan. Feeding is the main thing. It's why after 20 years, I prefer single feeding in their box. Wish I did it earlier. I know them so much better. So Finley feeds them in the boxes. He says, always had too big of a team. Now smaller, more committed.
Yeah, smaller you know the more because they're like your own little army. The more you have, people forget less is more. Always think about those small little restaurants. Those are great, aren't they? They have 5 tables, and you know, you, you go to another one with 50 tables. The food's not the same.
Jim said he just saw the price of the 5%. He's covering covering his eyes. What's the price? Let me know, Jim. What are we paying for that bottle there? 120 euro or
Paying
something?
around €150.
150 euro in Belgium for that bottle? But put it in perspective on what do you pay for a bottle of yellow drops, and it doesn't even have the high percentage, right, Ryan?
Yeah, that's right.
Finley said, took retirement and one focus to make me get there, though. LOL. I had family to raise, also in work. And, we totally get that, right? We totally get that. That's why you're going to see, we don't shy away from training in the evening, training in the late afternoon. We understand what it is to have a work schedule and not be able to take them for a 55-kilometer training toss at 7 in the morning because you got to go to work. And we just want to show people it's okay. You can still achieve great results without reading the pigeon training Bible that tells you you must be out on the road training them at 6 or 7 in the morning. You can do it training this way as well. You can work them into your schedule. Ryan's practicing. Wait, I got to split the camera. Are you practicing with Pierre?
Well, my other good one, I got to trim him a bit. He's over the air. He comes. Here he comes. His flights. His flights are. I got to cut him more. Let's see if we lose him.
Sebastian says, will you have birds from Guy Van Aura on auction? Yes, we do every season. And also, Sebastian, FYI, we have birds from Guy Van Aura in our group number 2 of birds that have been donated to us by our Feathers Elite breeders. Happy to say we do have a team from Guy on our team. Jim says, just seen €177, and that's not shipping on top of it. Yeah, well, I know. What are you paying for a bottle of yellow drops there?
I think you pay €20 for a bottle. I hope I didn't lose that one. You know the one that lands on me?
Yeah.
He's up now flying.
We do seem to be down one Doiven.
Did we?
Well, we got
Or I
15,
wonder if
Nicole.
they jumped the pad. Let me give her a count. Let's see if we walked faster than they. Let's go here. One, 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 two, three, four, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They're all here. Benzing, Benzing,
Uh-oh.
you're not fast enough.
Uh-oh. Finley says, absolutely well said.
They're pretty much done here.
Let's go full screen here.
So everybody's home, which is good. I'm hoping my favorite dropper comes back. I tried something and that didn't work.
Good job. Finley says to Jim, UK, I get really good prices. Hit me up on here. There you go. Love to see our Feathers Elite family working together in the comments, helping each other out. That is what it is all about here, friends. Building a community where we all work together, give each other advice, help each other out as best as we can. That's why do not be shy. Chat in the comments. Chat in the comments. If you don't feel maybe comfortable at your club, you don't got good guys at the club, you don't have anybody at the club you can talk to, you come on over to our Pigeon Club. And you are always welcome, and you chat amongst yourselves. We try and remain as positive as we can. We do have our moments occasionally, but try and stay positive, stay focused, and offer each other help and guidance and advice. That is what this is all about. A little community you can come to, feel welcome, and feel safe, and feel like you're part of it. Love to see that.
Yeah, they're just pretty much cleaning everything up. You see them going there, they're having their drinks. I'm feeding them real slow here. Just remember bringing them down before up. So they did good enough.
Now, for those newbies, us in the back, Ryan, when you say bring them down before up, can you explain general terms what you're talking about for those of us who don't know?
They're right now have more water than feeding them. Not they'll eat, but I don't want to blow them up now. It's only what's today, Tuesday? So I don't want to start putting too much weight, too much everything, and I want to make sure at the end of the week they're going to eat. So I'm going to be slow now, feed them slow. So Leah, they eat, but they drink, and we're not filling them like full, just half crop, quarter crop.
Sebastian says, Ryan, have you ever had success with changing race direction from one year to another? Our club might do that next season, and I'm wondering if I can still fly the old birds.
Sure, you're just going to relearn them. I wouldn't give up on those old birds. If you're flying from the north, south, and next year they're going to go from south to north, I don't think it's a big deal. If they go east or west, everybody's in the same boat, so you're going to have to do it anyways. I wouldn't discard of those birds. Some birds are going to do it, and some won't.
James Naylor says, Ryan, how much per
Just
bird
saying.
do you give? Do you measure the corn?
No measurement, just by eye. It's just a just look and what I mean. They're going to eat more. If I come in here now, they will eat more. They're still slightly looking at me, but when I do shake the feed can, there's birds that don't come. They're not crawling all over me. So there's a guy in there. Nah, not overly. Let's feel. Oh yeah, they have more than enough. Let's feel. Yeah, more than enough. They'll be ready to roll tomorrow morning. They should eat all. This will all go through them. And if we play tomorrow morning with Marcel, that'll be fun. But I got to get my one dropper back. Son of a bitch. It's pigeons though. You see how I don't know. People, I always find it's hard to measure. Like I think everybody eat different amounts, or they don't eat different amounts. Is you get stuck on a measurement? Maybe you're underdoing it. Maybe you're not giving them enough, or maybe you're giving them too much. But
Finley says, Sebastian, had this happen to me twice. South Road, North Road switch. I do compass toss with all young birds. My yearlings did okay with the switch 2-year-olds. Worse, weird, but got them there. Talking about changing
yeah,
directions.
and remember, if you know you're going to do switch the direction when your season's over, that's the time I would start teaching them. So you're old. It doesn't take much to teach them, but teach them, educate them. They're old birds, but they haven't gone on that direction. So treat them as they are young birds. Start the same silly way, right? Short, short, little shorter, little longer, little longer, little longer, and get them used to it. And the best is to do it at the end of your old bird season if they're switching, because they're in condition. Their bodies are in condition, the minds are in condition. That's when I would switch them. Like I say with Chris the Becker, at the end of young bird season, he puts the young birds into the loft where they're going to go for old birds, and he breaks them at that point. He doesn't wait till the spring to break them because he wants to do it when they're in condition, they're in shape, everything is working correctly.
Now, guys, I think as we're seeing here in the feeding, you see that there's bits and bobs in the feed table there, little seeds. But the majority of them have gotten out of the feed table, gone for a drink. They're kind of wandering around the loft a bit. That is the indication to you, Ryan, right? That they've had enough. They're good.
Yeah, I had them come in with grits and minerals. And if I look in here, I see the odd poppy seed or rape seed. There's the odd little pellet. Okay. If I put corn, they're going to eat. But I promise you, when there's still small little black seeds, the odd one, if I can see 10 or 15, why aren't they eating? Because I don't really need to. It's okay. And the grit there, I leave it there for them and there every day. It gets changed out. They normally get fresh grit every day or every 2 days. They pick at it as they want. Then I just dump it out and it's done.
And I
They're
forgot
gonna
to
when I
ask.
shut these lights off.
I
Yeah,
forgot to ask you what is in the water, or maybe you already told us. What do you have in the water today?
I got some BS from DeWeer, and I've got Health Balance. Oh, and a little bit of yellow drops.
You leave that water in with them all night.
Yeah, I'll leave it in, and then in the morning I give them a change of water. I gave it fresh this evening for when they come home. Then tomorrow I give it fresh again.
Finley says you're totally right, Ryan. Switch when you know it's changing. Sadly, we have very old people controlling our clubs, and they let us know 2 weeks before the season starts. LOL, sad. Oh, that is unfortunate, isn't it?
I think if you have another club meeting before then, if you that's a major change. So you either anticipate the change or you say at a meeting, if we're doing this change, we need to know before the season's over. 100%.
Like, who does
And
that
if they
2 weeks
don't let you know,
before?
I would switch it.
Right? Like, that's crazy. Like,
Pigeon
surprise,
man. Pigeon man.
pigeon man. The club treasurer is 87 years old and no pigeons. Oh, well. Don't they get voted into those positions? I don't get that. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
into
telling
pigeon.
me.
I've had enough of pigeon politics to last me a lifetime. So I got no comment on that. I'm so
Yeah,
glad that
you know what? You're 100% right on that.
yeah. I'm so glad that we're not dealing with it. It's just such a relief to not have to deal with the nonsense because that's all it is nonsense and noise.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad we're not in
And
it
they got the
anymore.
87-year-old keeping his job, doing his job. That's great. But I mean, I don't know. I think give him a different job. Give him a basket cleaning job or give him a, I don't know.
And
It's
guys,
hard though to cut somebody off.
well, sure it is. Sure it is. And guys, also, if you want to vent about anything in your club, in your area, you want to air it out, you can air it out here. We listen and we don't judge. And 9 times out of 10, we've probably been in the same boat as you. So if you don't feel you can vent to anybody at your club, or nobody understands, just run it by us. We'll understand. We've been through it all. We were being kicked out of our own country, for God's sake. So, Finley says, lifetime position. We can't remove her husband, was a flyer, died 20 years ago. Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it. We're taking a look at our group number 2 in the dark. Ooh, it's dark. Can't see anything.
Oh, these lights working. Oh, gotta go and switch them over, but it's okay. Anyways, I had three that I'll show you here. Look, I had three birds we trained that came late. They didn't want to come in. You remember the three that were out?
Yep.
They came in, no water, no feed. That's a them problem. Always remember, it's okay. Put it on them. Everyone else come in. They don't want to come in. It's on them, not on me. Where's my guy?
Ryan's all wound up because he's lost his favorite dropper.
My favorite one.
Finley says we can start a new club, but we have 100 years history. That is fantastic. We're not giving up the name. Well, write it out. Excuse me. She'll kick her eventually. Sorry.
Oh, well, come on, Leah. Be positive here. Oh,
Well, she's 87. I mean, I'm not making it up. It's the truth. Eddie says a new club was formed with ours so that they can have a joint release and combine results. I'm still waiting. A new club was formed with ours so that they could have a joint release and combine results. What are you waiting for, Eddie? They're not doing it? It's not happening? Do tell.
yeah, I'm sure that they're not doing it. Let me ask you though. 100 years, something's running 100 years, and I mean, how bad does it get before it just stops being run and people just quit because we're keeping it because it's 100 years old?
History.
I don't know. Silliness, maybe. I don't not no, not silliness. It's what you think. Nothing wrong. Blame me.
All right. Are we ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, guys, say a prayer for that dropper. I want to get him back. I hope he comes back. He's been real good to me. He's real tame. He's the number one Ricky yet. He's not Pierre. Did you see? Did you see Pierre? Pierre will be ready this weekend. We will not have that again. Old
Lead,
Pierre. He's gonna
lead
fire
balloon.
like a machine. Well, I got lead balloon there. If you've seen how I cut the flights, you know what? He was young, and when I cut him, I shouldn't have even cut him when he was young, but I did. And then he went on the get fat diet, which was my fault. And then he really showed his number one move on the weekend, which really that put me back in a lot of pigeon guys' eyes. But you know what? That's okay. I'm gonna rebound. I had a bad one. I'll be back. We're gonna win it again. Hey, you know what the great thing is? After one race, you just forget that shit. Go back to the next one.
There you
Ah,
go. Billy says we are starting to join combines in the UK, so we have one big release truck. I like the big releases. Eddie says they never did anything on their end. Our club did have results. Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I can only imagine, 100-year-old club. Oh shit.
No, that's
The
Finley.
fighting,
Eddie, I think's in
the
the US.
backstabbing. We don't know. They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
I,
Pigeon clubs are everywhere, and they're all the same. They're a pain in the ass.
they can be. They can be.
Mm.
Billy says it's hard, Ryan, but my son races. My grandson got the bug with his kit box. It's deep rooted culture in my family. Ancestors all had pigeons for at least 150 years. Oh, we get it.
Henley's got to
We
come
get
on
it.
the tour. He would have a great time with the Australians. I bet you he would. Finley, what are you doing? Come on, Finley. You're only like a few hours that way. Come on down, Finley. No jet lag. You can handle the beer. You know the pigeons. I think you'd have a great time. Hey, it's a great trip to do with your son, maybe even your grandson. What can we say? Team Finley in the house.
Team Finley in the
Thinkingly, I'm
house.
thinking,
Yes, Eddie is
thinking,
from the
I'm
U.S.
thinking.
I thought so. Eddie says, I could write a book, but it would be too heavy to carry. Oh, Eddie, we feel your pain, brother. We feel your pain. We know. We get it. We listen and we don't judge.
Mm, mm. And to top it off, if we say something you don't like, it's okay. It's so like people, it's okay. You know, everything you don't have to agree with. You don't have to agree with the training, or you don't have to agree with this, that. We just put it out there. At the end of the day, we bake the cake our own way. Everyone bakes their cake their own way. Just sometimes you got to try and get along. Try and get along and think outside the box.
Philly says, I'm happy to visit any time. If I'm invited, we would love it. There's a VIP section there, Finley. Sure, three you could fit on the bench. Ryan, did you decide where you're going to stand on Sunday? Seeing as the deck is not your jam?
Well, problem is, okay, here's my problem. And I'm going to be honest. You see where this camera is? You guys see me here? Okay, just take a look. If we just pivot, wait, wrong way. You see? Well, that's where the enemy sits. Okay. Look, I'm going to show you. The enemy is over here. Okay. Now, in my years of racing and playing with pigeons, you see Pierre, he is on fire right now. Pierre knows what to do. Pierre, I want to be, this is what I'm thinking, but I just don't want to see these people. I just don't want to do that. But if it was me, I think I've got to be over here. The problem is, I don't know if Pierre can make it if he's focused enough, because again, he is French. You know what I mean? This is this is where I'd like to be. Do you see?
I just feel
See
like
right here.
that is way far.
Yeah, but I've got a good throw with Pierre. Okay. You see them? Look at this side. You see the movement. Okay. Now, I see this guy. I see the enemy. I hear the whistle. My asshole closes up to the size of a decimal point, and then they get to watch me, and I hate that
Yeah, I
because
would
you
think
know
that's creepy. I wouldn't like that either
yeah,
because you will be the halftime
the
show,
joke.
the whole show, and they will
And I'm going to
be, yeah,
be
will
sitting
not
there
do.
talking to myself, but that spot works. I'm not lying. This spot here, look. So we're at this.
Hold on, which camera you want me to focus on here? I got lots of cameras. Let's do this camera. All right, that's your handheld. Okay, go. What's wrong with the
So
back of
this
the
one,
fence?
look, we're right here. Now I might be here, but they'll still see me. And the problem is, Pierre's got to do the up and the down. I just don't know if Pierre's got it in him. I've only got one bullet in the gun. My good one just went to downtown, bye bye town. Ah, see, we get over to here though. Look at this. We got a runway like I used to have. Now's the time I want a fence, like a big one, a 12-footer. You know?
I mean, I wouldn't want to be standing there either on display. But you have to be that far back. I mean, can you not?
Oh, it's
Guys.
just you're trying to see. It's just you're trying to see them, right? You're trying
Hmm.
to see everything. And this is the thing when you're kind of in the corner here. I think someone said, "Oh, why did you buy a house in the corner?" There's not a problem with it. It's just figuring out what works. You know, even if I stand here is not bad, right? But look, there's the enemy. Enemy's right there. You see them?
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. I don't know. We're gonna have to give this one a little more thought. I think if you just move in a little, I don't know. Finley says loads of space. It's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I can be here. It's just the dropper's best effect is when it goes to the loft. You know what I'm talking about.
But why
And
won't
this
I mean?
here,
It's going to go to the loft there. I think standing out in the vegetable patch is a lot further.
yeah, but it adds skill. It makes Pierre more. Oh, you know what I mean? Come on. Fuck, I lost the good dropper. Son of a bitch. You know
But
what?
see,
And he's got his.
now you know how I feel about Twinkle Toes, okay? So the next time I'm
Well,
down and out because Twinkle Toes hasn't made it back, can you just be a little more understanding? Again, we listen and we don't judge, Ryan. I'm not judging you
I'm
because you're
gonna,
all wound up about the dropper. You did it.
yeah, and you know what? He's lost enough weight where he can fly good enough. But where's he going?
He'll be
I'm
back.
hoping he sat down and he's gonna think. And all of a sudden, he comes back. And if he comes back, we're in it to win it. We're gonna trim him down a little bit more, and we're gonna
I
ride or die.
I vote for either that corner by the Group 2 loft or this corner just a little further back where the greenhouse is and not on the deck this time.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking right here. I'm
Okay.
thinking here because number one, in a little bit of the buggy area, but that's fine. But I can see the sky. Okay. I'm not right on. I can throw the dropper. I can be quiet, right? And I'm not the center focus of attention. When we played against Marcel, I was standing right here and I seen them. And then I threw the dropper like this, and they were all on the board. So make some adjustments. I know people are going to come after me, but it's okay. We're going to get it right this time.
I
Can we
think it's
make it in the top 10?
ooh, maybe I'll have to put a poll up for that one. I think there is better than the deck. Maybe they are a little bit wound about not wound, but they don't not used to you standing on the deck. So I'm going to vote for not on the deck and you should just stand there along that fence
Okay.
line. You got a good little pacing path there too.
Yeah, and we have the camera there. You can really watch when I get into burning
Oh God.
calories.
Oh God. Yeah, you can really watch. Okay, on that note, kids, now that we've figured that out, I think it's time to wrap
We're
this
done.
party up.
All right, guys. That's Leah. I'm Ryan. You guys seen the birds? Hopefully, you guys were okay with it. Get your pick birds in. Get your pick birds in, and get your pick birds in. Pick them. Because this week we're gonna have a new winner. This week we're going to try and crack the top 10, crawling up the ladder ever so slowly. We are going to try. And you know what? Not I'm going to try. We are all going to try. You, me, and most importantly, the little misfit toys. So, Leah, I'm done. I'm going in. I'm sticky. I'm gooey. I'm going for a cold water bath. And that's it. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.
And yeah, guys, join us tomorrow. Back to training. Have a great Tuesday evening, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for flying with us, guys. Bye for now. Where's my bye song? Here it is.
Oh, oh, oh.